This is Joe Gorcha from WIS-TV in Columbia, South Carolina. Good morning, Zai. I hope you're doing well.
Morning.
Dawn has mentioned a couple times that you've put too much value on scoring and not some of the other pieces to your skill set. I see you smiling, so you probably have had these conversations. How has she worked with you to unleash your full potential here at the tournament?
I think just by keeping it real with me and telling me what it is I need to do, I take value in that. Just hearing her voice and her letting me know exactly what I need to do so I can do it out there on the floor.
Next question is from Pete. Pete, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hey, Zaya. Pete Iacobelli with the Associated Press in Columbia. It seems like Letitia is always a hard worker out there, but boy, she seems to really be have turned on her effectiveness in this tournament. What is it simply that you guys need her to step up with Lily absent from the event?
I think it's just really been a process for LA. She's been taking in everything that coach has asked her to do. She works hard in practice, and it was just a matter of time for her to shine right now for us. So I think I said before that it was going to be a great tournament for her because she's peaking at the right time, and she's doing great things for us.
Next question is from Mitchell. Mitchell, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hey, Zai, Mitch Brown, Watch Fox in Columbia, South Carolina. Obviously, you guys had set goals at the beginning of the year. You guys, have aspirations. This was part of the goal, but what did it feel like going through this to get to this point instead of, just imagining it? You're actually here embracing the moment, and there's still work to be done. But to get to this point, thinking about last year, how does it feel to actually be experiencing it all?
I'm very excited. After every game, I'm like, wow, we're going to the next one, or we're going to the Elite Eight. We're doing good things. So I'm very excited about it. As a kid, I've always dreamed to be here. And I used to watch these games. So for me to actually be playing in it, it's definitely a blessing. And I'm just ready for the rest of the games to get started.
Next question is from David. David, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
How's it going, Z? This is David Cloninger from the Post-and-Courier newspaper back home. You're playing Vic Schaefer again, who was coach at Mississippi State last year. What do you remember about that game at Colonial Life, specifically the last play where you went to pick off the pass?
That was a good game. I said that game felt like a high school game where it was a state championship game. It was very intense. They were a good defensive team. It was just exciting to play. But like you said, I did have a great play that game, a memorable play. But I think it's going to really be an exciting game to see on Tuesday.
Next question is from Dick. Dick, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Zaya. This is Dick Cox with Cox Sports Broadcasting and Lindy Sports. You are playing Texas yesterday, played a possession-type game using the shot clock and all, and limits the number of possessions you actually get in a game. Does that put a little bit more pressure knowing that when you come down and take a shot, you may not get the ball back again for 30 seconds? And second part of the question is, how do you feel about having to play Texas in a game so big?
I think we prepare ourselves for stuff like this. In practice, we basically have little games where we're down by 5 or we're up by 5, having to run the clock out and things like that. So I think Coach did a good job of preparing us for moments like this. And as far as playing against Texas, they're a great defensive team, and I know that. My teammates know that. But we're just gonna do what we've been doing all year, working together, taking good shots, and playing smart.
Next question is from Faith. Faith, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hi, Zaya. Faith Woodard with Next Star Media Group. I have a question for you, and it's kind of more personal and really coming from a player perspective. I'm a former player, And, before I step on the court, there were things that I had to do to make sure that I was ready to play, some pregame rituals, if you will. I know some, players have to take that shower. Some players absolutely have to get sleep before they play. Some people, have those snacks that they go to or they listen to music. So what is your pregame ritual that you do, if you have any, that you do before you play that gets you in the zone and you're ready to play?
Well, first I talk to my dad. He gets me going. But the thing that I've been doing since my grandmother passed away is praying to her. I pray to her before every game. When the national anthem is going on, I make sure I pray to my grandmother, and I don't feel the same if I don't do that. So she was what keep me going. She's what get me motivated to go out there and play hard. So my ritual goes to her.
Next question is from Greg. Greg, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hey, Zai, it's Greg Hadley with the State Newspaper. I was curious, going off something David was talking about. I don't know how much prep you guys have done yet, but when you saw that it was Vic Schaefer, how much has Dawn just kind of pulled out the file that she has on him? I mean, obviously Texas is a very different team from Mississippi State, but how much has she been able to kind of, carry over prep or knowledge from who Vic Schaefer is as a coach?
Just from experience, we've been able to pull things out of that. We haven't had a practice yet, so we're definitely going to get some work in there. We still have to have film, but we all watched, so we all know the type of team they are, and we're prepared for what's in front of us.
Next question is from Pete. Pete, please unmute yourself and state your name and affiliation.
Hey, Zaya, Pete Iacobelli from the AP again. Has Destiny Littleton talked to you guys about what this might mean to her since she came from Texas? And is there any part of you that has to calm her down and say, okay, let's stay in the moment?
No, not really. She just said she's excited to play the game. I'm pretty sure I would be excited too. That's the school that I came from. But I think she's gonna be all right. I don't think we have to calm her down or anything. She's gonna go out there and play her game and knock down threes and do the things she need to do to help us win.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And we have time for one more question, and it's from Joe.
Hi, Zaya. Joe Gorcho again from WIS-TV in Columbia, South Carolina. Two quick questions. Again, sorry about your grandmother. When did she pass away? And then the other one, when you talk about getting in that headspace, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, maybe single out a teammate, but what teammate of yours does a great job of maybe getting you back into the right mind frame during the course of the game when maybe you're searching and looking for answers on the floor?
I think all of my teammates do a good job at that. But I will say in particular, Aaliyah does a very good job at coming up to me. She can tell when I'm upset or when something's going on with me, and she tells me exactly what I need to hear to get myself back in shape. And I think I do a good job of that for her as well. Yesterday she didn't start off too well, but you can see in the second half she came out and was dominating. So I think we both do a good job at keeping each other going. But I think all my teammates do a good job at helping me out with that. Oh, yes, when my grandmother passed. My grandmother passed February 15th. I was in high school. I don't even know the year. It's been a while, though, so.